The National Youth Council Conference was a residential held at the Youth Hostel Association in Manchester, August 2013.
The event brought together youth forums from across Rathbone to meet with directors so our voices could be heard on issues that matter most to us.
The event allowed young people to advise Rathbone about what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. It also helped Rathbone to understand the young people it works with.
Over 3 days, young people took part in an action-packed programme.
It was a chance for us to express ourselves, learn new skills and have our voices heard.
The film captures the varying activities, workshops, debates and challenges involved. On the final day, we met with the bosses, who then committed to a list of pledges to take Rathbone forward.
Hannah?
Yeah.
Madeline.
Marquita.
Mark.
Leon. Sophie. Becky. Cheryl. Leon.
Madeline.
Connor. Cal.
Charlotte. Katie. Sophie.
Corey.
A lot of the kids were a bit nervous because everybody was together, but the games that they played, everybody came together, everybody was laughing and joking, and I think that relaxed them for today, especially doing a lot of the workshops, and it made everybody feel a bit more comfortable around each other.
So, in your pairs or in your threes, this is your task. You've got to create a 30-second film interviewing each other. You need to say your name, which centre you're from, some sort of fact or interesting thing about yourself, something you're good at, and one thing that you feel as a young person you get frustrated about.
Hi, my name is Jade Herbert. I'm 18. I live in Manchester with Lisa, and I like to get people to listen to me when I'm saying opinions and views of things, and I hate ignorance.
What's your name?
Charlotte.
What centre are you from?
Leith.
One fact about yourself?
I crashed into a lady with a sleigh.
One thing you're good at?
Darts.
One thing which frustrates you as a young person?
People spitting in the street.
Hi, my name's Lisa, I'm 18, I live in Fallowfield with Jade. One thing I'm good at listening, and one thing I hate, don't get paid on time by Rathbone.
Obviously everybody was kind of getting to know each other, seeing how they were sort of all interacting and the differences with the rooms and who they were going to be spending their time with. So it was interesting to sort of see that, and now they adapted really well to it.
On the first day, we spent some time to getting to know each other as a group.
Two young people, Adam and Curtis, who are both gold champions, were involved in delivering their own workshops on money skills.
We're doing a workshop, which is about an hour. It's all about APR and percentage rates. So we're trying to get people to understand what APR is.
Does anyone actually know what APR stands for?
Annual percentage rate.
Do you know what it is?
The aim is to work with other young people to pass on financial knowledge and educate others on money management issues and bank accounts and budgeting, that type of thing.
And how old do you have to be to go in an overdraft?
16.
Because it's quite a young group at the minute, limited experience, but a lot of them would rather not take a loan out and ask family or friends or do without if possible. But I think this event, not knowing any of the young people at all, they all arrived yesterday coming from various locations, travelling, hours, plane, train, coaches, different methods, and they all just bonded straight away. They were all excited and looking forward to it. Didn't quite know what to expect, but we're in day 2 so far, and some good friendships have been formed.
So where are you off to now?
The Chinese theatre.
We had a chance to see a bit of Manchester and experience a cultural visit at the Chinese Art Centre.
The learners that I brought with me have been getting a good new experience of meeting new people from different cultures around the countries, and also getting to look at different aspects of where we've been visiting.
It's been amazing so far. Even coming away here, they're meeting a load of new people that they would never meet back home, and hearing all these different stories, different histories and different cultures, and it's amazing for them to take that in with Belfast's culture being so much for them to want to go and explore other cultures, it's amazing, because they're already talking about we can go to Derby and I'd like to exchange with someone in Wales and this sort of thing, which it's brilliant for them. It is a brilliant opportunity for them. Hopefully they do make the most of it.
On the second day, we visited Key 103, a Manchester radio station.
I've seen a massive difference, to be honest, in the way that they've responded to different challenges. Like today we went to Key 103 and two of the girls wanted to get on the radio straight away, which was great to see without sort of much prompting from myself. It's also been good to see the sort of like how they've interacted with the different areas of Rathbone, which has been really good.
You hear more about these different types of drugs coming in now that are affecting people. You mentioned, people in your town that do drugs. What kind of makes you say no?
I have family who do it, and it's just watching them go through it daily and how they react to it. It's really horrible. So, and I don't want that for my life. I want to do something great with my life. I want to travel. I want to have a good job. I want to have a family. So I just want to live my life.
This morning in the radio station, I opened them up to different job ideas and different outtakes on what was happening around employment.
I think this has been an amazing opportunity for the young people, especially the young people in Derby who I work with, that are having the opportunity to work with all the different young people using the youth forums and getting them to have their voice heard.
We had a chance to air our opinions to a wider audience. We learnt a lot from each other about how different centres run and the way youth forums work across the UK. It gave us the opportunity to discuss ideas and explore the work happening in individual centres before meeting with the managers. Some of the young people presented videos, PowerPoints and talks on their own Rathbone centres. It gave us a lot to think about and much debate around centre facilities, courses, teaching and payment.
Might I just say, right, they've got a salon.
You have a perfect centre compared to Manchester Centre.
They have a salon, they have a workshop, they have a room where they can learn to paint walls. Why do you need a room to learn how to paint walls, right? They have 2 living rooms and everything. We have
like 5
classrooms. Our living room is 2 couches, no TV, a kitchen, 1 toilet and a table, and that's it.
They've been able to speak to other people, find out what their centres are like, be a bit nosy, but also like they're actually really interested in finding out what's their centre does.
We did our presentation and I think we got the best Rathbone. Ours is a lot bigger and we get more available to us than others around the country, and it's basically just a better place. Well, everyone's quite shocked that we've got the biggest and they don't get the funding for theirs, and we offer more. The session got pretty heated, with some young people feeling they had a lack of information about what was available and that some decision didn't seem fair across the board.
One of these was the amount of money young people received. At the end of the discussion, as a group we chose 6 issues that were most important to us and needed addressing. These were curriculum,
Money,
employment,
information, advice and guidance,
facilities,
youth forum.
So those 6 issues are going to get pushed and pushed tomorrow, and we're going to try and speak to the managers about finding solutions for them. Alright, so we'll work them out for you.
Day 3. On the final day, we took part in a cafe conversation.
Members of senior management joined us for this activity. It got people talking and focusing on solutions to the 6 themes we came up with.
The problem is the money. Really struggling with money. Paying bills like rent, TV license, food.
Some of the young people performed a drama piece with Art Theatre Company which showed some of the challenges young people faced in or connected to Rathbone.
You get £39 a week.
Yeah.
I can make that in like an hour or 2.
I don't think you can make that in an hour or 2 when you're on the dole.
Who said I'm on the dole? I make money my own way.
By the end of the cafe conversation, a solution or pledge had been created for each theme.
Hi, I'm Jan Pennington. I'm the National Operations Director for Youth Programmes across England. I've been very privileged today to come along to our National Youth Conference and hear firsthand the views of our young people about our current delivery and provision that we have on offer across the whole of the UK. As part of our senior management team, I want to make a commitment after listening to our young people today to change the way we approach our services and make sure the first people that we listen to are our young people.
We wanted to improve standards across the board in teaching and learning and have more support getting apprenticeships.
That's going to change now, and young people will be working with more employers to create work experience opportunities where you can get those skills while you're learning that will put you in a better place to get a job.
The management pledged to have good connections with supply staff to provide qualified cover if staff are sick. They agreed staff members should have good experience and qualifications in the subject they teach in order to give realistic training and advice. We, the young people, want to be more involved in staff selection.
I'm not in a position myself to make a very big pledge on these, but what I will pledge to do is take both of those key issues back to Richard Hayes, who's the head of facilities, and again in terms of the recruitment of staff, back to Beryl, who's the head of HR. I'll pass those on to those.
A lot of employees don't recognise functional skills like they do GCSEs, so when young people have worked hard, they do sometimes can't progress.
Managers agreed with us that work-related courses help us to access jobs.
So I will certainly pledge to you that we will find sufficient employers to make sure that every young person that comes through Rathbone will get an opportunity to get valuable and essential work experience that will set you on a path to getting either an apprenticeship or a job.
We wanted to be involved in the decision of course options.
So I'm going to go away, and I'd like feedback as well from students of Rathbone and young people to help me put this together, but essentially I'm going to get more feedback from employers and other areas to, like I say, paint a really clear picture as to what maths and English qualifications would be best for you.
Progression to level 2 NVQ training and work placements was really important to all the young people.
They really wanted to have a better communication around money.
Any money raised by centres from fundraising should be, and always should have been, accessible to the centres to pay for the things that they want.
Money that was raised through fundraising goes into central funds and the centre budget, leaving young people feeling deflated when they have raised money for the centre and are told they can't use it.
Because we was going to go to Blackpool to Pleasure Beach, right?
Yeah.
And they told us we don't have any money. So how come we don't have any money if they can go on trips and they've got the centre?
Who went on trips?
They go on trips, they go on residential. This is our first residential we've done.
A difference in payment to learners in different areas is difficult for us to understand.
There should be access to being able to learn how to cook, learn how to budget, learn how to live independently. Those were really key skills.
The most important thing young people need support with is independent living skills. Most young people agreed they needed help with basics including cooking and budgeting. We thought every centre should have a place where young people can find out the information they need and have someone to talk to. Scotland learners had no room in their timetable for youth forums or other activities. Most of the young people felt the main issue was not feeling listened to and nothing changing.
I will ensure that the centre learner forums will have my email address so that they can send me their minutes, so I get to see exactly what's been said, what's been asked for, so I can ensure then that that is brought through the managers' meetings and discussed with staff so that the feedback definitely goes back to the youth forums.
We want feedback. Not all staff feels confident in delivering youth forums and don't all understand what youth participation is. Staff should receive training.
I think we've got a big job on as a senior management team to change the way we do things, and I am absolutely committed to doing that, and I hope this is the first of many of these events because it's our young people who matter.
We want youth forums to be timetable, and a lot of us are willing to take up bigger leadership roles in running them. You can see now the pledges made by managers after our Inters Cafe conversation.